Avatar: The Last Airbender is the #1 Nickelodeon cartoon of all time. The series looked amazing, the characters were fleshed out, and it left a huge impact on the audience who watched it. Like Beowulf, Gilgamesh, The Odyssey, and Star Wars, The Last Airbender was a literary epic, only on a TV screen. It was a coming-of-age story about a boy who must master all 4 bending elements and save the world from those who committed genocide on his own people. Not only is he the Avatar, he is the last Airbender. Because the protagonists of the show were kids, the audience of kids watching it felt like they were finally being taken seriously. And the characters of Sokka, Toph, Katara, and Aang were a lot easier to relate to. People don't identify with Avatar Aang because he's the hero, they identify with him because he's fun. He feels like a comic relief character, similar to Beast Boy from Teen Titans or Michelangelo from Ninja Turtles, except without the voice of Greg Cipes. And when Aang steps up and begins to take authority, it's a lot more meaningful. During the show's final season, Aang even has to choose between what literally everyone expects him to do and his own philosophy of preserving life. Avatar: The Last Airbender is the story of a boy overcoming his anxieties and taking responsibility, while staying true to himself. Things like Bionicle, Pokemon, or fantasy RPGs have all these different types of elemental powers like rocks, ground, steel, electricity, or ice, but Avatar kept things simple. Instead, there's just 4 basic elements: fire, water, earth, and air, while all the other ones are merely sub-elements. Ice is just another form of water. Rocks and ground are just different earth minerals put together. And electricity is like a super advanced version of fire. Additionally, The Last Airbender doesn't call them elemental powers, which is a mouthful and sounds stupid. They just call it bending, which is much easier to manage. Although it was originally going to be set in a science fiction setting, the Avatar series ended up taking place in a world that closely resembles our own. The Earth Kingdom draws inspiration from Chinese history. The Fire Nation is influenced by Japanese imperialism. The Water Tribe is based off of the Inuit culture, and the Air Nomads are inspired by the monks of Tibet. While some characters may have lighter skin tones, they're not white. They're actually based on specific Asian cultures. Even the bending movements are actual martial arts techniques, specifically Tai Chi, Bagua circle walking, Hung Gar, and Northern Shaolin Kung Fu. The elements also play into the story structure of the series as a whole, so that the first season is constantly moving and weaving through different locations, like water. The second season forces characters to go through difficult trials of endurance, like the Earth, while the third season finally ignites what the series has been building up towards, like fire. Sokka realized his own self-value. Toph Beifong became the strongest earthbender alive. Prince Zuko acquired a new perspective on life. And Katara confronted her own dark side, which is very rare to see in a heroic female character. By having so many filler episodes spread throughout the show, the audience had time to relax, and the characters had time to explore their feelings. The Avatar experience is like a road trip, but also a spiritual journey, just like the narratives of classical literature. As you can see, this isn't just the nostalgia talking. Avatar: The Last Airbender really is that good. Despite being only animated in Korea and written in America, the Asian elements and cultures were treated with respect. The show did its research. It took its audience seriously, its subject matter seriously, and its characters seriously. But not too seriously. Self-awareness is an important tool for both people and works of fiction, so that you can be able to laugh at yourself and make statements that are truly powerful, because they're genuine. The Last Airbender is about change. It wasn't just the elements that were transformed, but the characters in the series as well. And as they matured into young adults, so did the target audiences who frequently watch the series. It's a story about growing up, learning who you truly are, pushing past your own limits, carving your own path, and becoming someone new. A bridge between two worlds. A vision of hope. An avatar.